Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to the Profit Madness channel. My name is Alex and in today's video we're going to be looking at DOGECOIN. But before we start, as always, remember to like this video if you find this type of content useful and subscribe with notifications on for more content like this. Alright, so today's video has been suggested once again by HG Cookie on Involio, where he actually gave me a bunch of different coins, but because there is some bullish momentum at the moment that I'm recording this video, and because one coin in particular out of this list is moving, I'm gonna be doing the price targets in my personal opinion for DOGECOIN today. But before I start, guys, please make sure that you follow me on Involio, because on Involio we are only 40 followers away from 4,000, and this is where I post a lot of knowledge for free. A lot of content is being sent out on Involio as well, so please make sure that you follow me on Involio as well. And if you do want to request something as well, you can do it by dropping a comment down below, or by simply posting something on Involio and then tagging me or commenting under one of my posts so that I can see it. Okay, without further ado, let's have a look at DOGECOIN, because DOGECOIN has been moving a little bit today. It's up 10%, and I'm gonna tell you what I see going on right now for DOGECOIN and the price targets for a supposed alt season. Okay, at this moment in time you are driving up into a potential area of resistance, because we are tracking this trendline channel that has been broken in the past, right? And this is a trendline from all the way back to 2022. Okay, so it's a very important moment for DOGECOIN based on where it's currently at. While you could also go through this trendline channel that I've highlighted in red, you have a golden pocket that has been exactly where price has rejected from before. Okay, so pay attention to this area in between 17 to 20 cents. I would say expect some short-term resistance in my personal opinion, but overall DOGECOIN is currently in a bullish posture, okay? Because we do have a double bottom of a year, we do have an expansion taking out significant highs on the left. Now we have had a retracement that did not invalidate these lows over a year, and now you're potentially looking for higher if this momentum can be maintained. Okay, it's a matter of that actually happening. Overall, what you should be aiming for at this moment, if you are going to be buying DOGECOIN or holding DOGECOIN, is looking for a break of this high over here. If you're a little bit more hesitant and you want to trade this, I will trade it after the break and has price actually closes above the golden pocket and bearish for value gap. That will take out some gains, obviously, because the lower you buy, the better. But it really depends on your approach. If you are gonna be buying Doge and DCAing just in case we do happen to go lower, then obviously keep some capital for that. But if you are gonna be expecting a continuation higher, then you should be basing your information, your decisions, right, based on the information that you get by price into this particular area over here, because before we rejected it. Okay, so it's important to see what happens next. We may not even reach that particular area just yet. We may also have a situation such as this one where we are approaching resistance, we go a little bit higher, or perhaps we even stop from here and we then start to correct once again. Okay, honestly, it's 50-50 at this particular territory in which it's currently at. Okay, you can either break out or you can either break down. So you have no high probability trade in my personal opinion at this moment in time. But regarding the price targets, okay, so what I've highlighted over here is a conservative alt season target, and it's basically in between 45 to 58 cents. And the reason why I'm not targeting for higher is actually for a discussion that I've actually started during my last video, the Chainlink alt season price target prediction video. If you haven't already, make sure that you watch it, not necessarily for Chainlink in particular, but because I make a very good explanation as to why I'm not looking for crazy prices on altcoins this time around. DOGECOIN, while of course it can go higher, these are my conservative targets for this particular asset. Okay, and of course, should you be buying something that is already moving, That is up to you. What I will show you is the ROI that you could potentially get out of this trade, assuming that it keeps on going higher to my old season target and it stops there, right? The first target, from the moment that you are buying that at this present moment in time, that's 156%. To the second target, it's 228%, right? Now I'm gonna make also the case for more bullish price action that could potentially indicate a new all-time high for Dogecoin. Even though I don't necessarily believe it, we may also be looking at that just for the sake of showing you guys where we could potentially go based on Fibonacci targets. And the most logical Fibonacci to start off with is probably going to be this one over here. It's a little bit more wider, and we can definitely take some information out of this particular Fibonacci over here. So just to make sure you guys can see it, I'm gonna make it a little bit thicker. And before I add other extensions, right, you can see that the full extension will actually take you into that conservative target that I was showing you before, right? In between, it's between 43 to 48 cents according to this particular Fibonacci and its full extension. Now I'm gonna show you more than this, okay? Just in case we do happen to go higher, let's do a -3, -2, and -4, okay? Just for reference sake, where we could potentially be going, and it is up to you if you want to start DCAing out at this particular levels. It really depends on how you want to manage your position from this moment onwards. I would say from this particular region over here where we have a lot of confluences pointing at this particular levels, right? You can see that the 200% extension of this Fibonacci will actually point at 63 cents. So it will still be below the all-time high. In the case of a new all-time high, you're looking at between 81 cents up to $1. Okay, so your best approach, in my personal opinion, depending on where you got in on Doge, is probably to start to scale out as this progresses higher. Have your plan in sight. If you need help knowing when to get out of the market, when to start DCAing out, and everything like that, you will find a link down below to join Profit Magnates. You can also join our Discord, and that's where we assist people towards Altseason. You can see my portfolio, what I hold in percentages, all my meme coins, everything like that. You will be notified when I get out, when I'm buying things, when I'm trading, and of course there are multiple premium videos that are being made on a weekly basis, and of course you also have the weekly live stream. So if you need help with Altseason, that's where I will go. But regarding Dogecoin, I think that DCing out at this particular levels over here, it will be your best bet, because while I don't necessarily entertain the idea of going even higher, right? And the reason why you're seeing these levels, sorry I did not explain it, is because if you go from bottom to top, right, and this is an extreme scenario, because you've actually breached the 88.6%, technically, if you're going to be basing your ideas on this overall Fibonacci, just be mindful that this does not have to happen in this run, okay, or at all. You don't need to see this. Just be mindful of that. Because even though, right, the full extensions of the bottom of Doge up to the all-time high does suggest a full extension up to $1.48, it does not have to come in this run, okay? And because the Fibonacci is so meaningful and it takes all the data that we have for Dogecoin, right, it is crucial that you've also focused on the equilibrium points, and that points at $1.10, which actually kinda goes back as to what we were saying from this bottom over here to this particular high. Let me actually fix it because I did not anchor the correct levels. From this low up to this high should be good. And yeah, you can see that you could potentially see in a slimmer chance that it does, right? Dogecoin hitting the $1 mark, but please be mindful that you have a lot more conferences pointing at lower prices. Essentially, I would say these three price levels are your most likely levels to start to see a top forming for Dogecoin. Okay, your conservative target, once again, guys, is between 45 to 58 cents. Secondary targets 73 and $1.10. Okay, I would ignore anything above it. I don't think that we are in that particular scenario to witness that happening just yet. Okay, it may happen at a later date. Okay, but at this moment, in order for me to think that that could be a possibility of going to these particular levels, you know, something crazy has to happen that will make the market push a lot higher than what we're currently expecting. So what I said on the last video still remains valid. It really depends on where you're getting into in this particular altcoins, because something like Doge, right, has already started moving. And I'm gonna be making this a little bit thinner so you guys can see a little bit better. But you know, let's assume, right, that you were buying this while it was consolidating, right? Let's assume that you even got the beginning of the consolidation, didn't even buy at the lower prices. You know, that up to my first conservative target, that's 421%. Up to my second conservative target, that's 567%. Up to the all-time high, 746%. The reason why I'm showing you this once again, if you've watched the previous video, you know that I like to do this, is to put in representation the importance of knowing where to buy and what assets to buy. Okay, because I just showed you, right, that if you were to buy right now and aim for the all-time high, you will essentially make less than double the amounts of, well, the returns that you would have expected, right, by buying at the beginning of the consolidation. The same goes for the lower targets, like up to here. If you are going to be buying right now, you're looking at 224%, but if you bought at the beginning of the consolidation, right, that's 568%. Okay, so you need less of a move to make a significant percentage. That's why, you know, a lot of people will get trapped buying something like this, expecting higher and higher prices. Reason being, if you are going to be buying right now, you're going to be aiming for a nice percentage. Up to $1.10, for example, that's 518%. And if you have the discipline to get out, then cool. And you also need to assume that it will actually happen. You know, to make 1,000%, you need to see Dogecoin going to $2. While if you bought it at the beginning of the consolidation, it will be a completely different story, because in order for you to get that 1,000% return, right, you only need to see Dogecoin eating 96 cents, for example. Okay, and I'm just putting you guys in that mindset of actually understanding what you're buying and why you're buying it. I see a lot of people, especially the newbies, tend to do this. I also did this myself at the beginning, of buying things because other people are buying it, or because something is moving and your assets are not currently moving. So you FOMO, you sell other stuff to buy what is moving. But understand that you're giving up potential big ROI because you're chasing something like this that it's pumping. Okay, so again, if you want to know what you should be buying, the best coins that you want to hold, and the best position that you can get for altcoins towards this alt season, make sure that you check the links down below to join Profit Manage. And with that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed today's video. As always, leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment if you enjoyed it. If you have any requests, make sure that you tell me in the comments below. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.